Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Today we are going to start lesson 2 from unit 2 about climate change for grade 10 students, the first semester. This slideshow is prepared and presented by your teacher, Mr. Salim Ashur. Let's discover lesson 2 objectives. In this lesson, students will be able to first, identify causes and effects in texts. Second, recognize and use cause and effect connectors. 3. Write sentences about causes and effects. 4. Analyze 3 ways that compound nouns are formed. And finally, choose the correct compound nouns to complete a text. In the last lesson, we saw that global warming is a real threat for all of us. The polar bear is one example of endangered animals. It needs ice caps so it can hunt seals and raise its cubs. However, because of global warming, ice caps are melting, and the poor polar bear can neither find food nor raise its cubs. So let's move on to the first activity about cause and effect. Read and complete. Read the text on page 12 of the skills book again. Here we have the 3 texts. Identify the missing causes and effects to complete the table. This table consists of 2 columns. Column number 1 is for causes, a cause, what makes something happen, and the second column is the effect, which means the result. So let's start with the first sentence. We have Arctic sea ice melting at a rate of 9% per decade. Decade means 10 years. In this effect, we have a percentage which is clearly seen in the first text about polar bear. So we have the same effect here. Usually, cause and effect are within the same sentence. So let's continue our sentence. Due to global warming. And this is the cause. So let's complete our table. Global warming is the cause and the effect is Arctic sea ice melting at a rate of 9% per decade. The second sentence, we have melting ice. Actually, this idea is mentioned within this sentence. This is ice is melting. The same idea, but the structure, this is a noun. So, the effect of ice melting is within the next sentence. As a consequence, many polar animals are at risk, and this is the effect of melting ice. Many polar animals are at risk. The third sentence, we have nesting beaches might disappear. When we say nesting beaches, this means we are speaking about this beautiful creature, which is the turtle. So let's look for keywords. Here disappear, it is mentioned here. So nesting beaches, this is the effect of what? Here sea levels are rising. Excellent. So sea levels are rising is the cause. The effect is nesting beaches might disappear. The fourth sentence, we have female eggs. We have female eggs within this statement. So this is a full stop. So go back to the beginning of our sentence. Our sentence start from this: warmer temperatures result in female eggs. And this is the cause of female eggs, which is warmer temperature. Then we have carbon dioxide affecting eucalyptus leaves. We are speaking about koala for sure. Koala lives on trees and it eats eucalyptus leaves. But how carbon dioxide affecting eucalyptus leaves? So this is the cause. When we look, we have here carbon dioxide and eucalyptus leaves. So it contains less protein. When the carbon dioxide affects eucalyptus leaves, the latter ones contain less protein. So the effect is what? Koala have to look for alternative sources of food. Excellent. You look for alternative source of food. Then the last one, we have koala's natural habitat is at risk, which is mentioned at the end of this text. So why their habitat is at risk? Because of wild fires. We have more wild fires, and unfortunately we remember the wildfires that happened in Australia last year. Let's move on to have a focus on the cause and effect. We have this is the cause which comes after the effect, and here we have the cause comes before the effect. Here we have the cause comes before the effect. Also the cause comes before the effect. The cause comes before the effect. So we have two possibilities: cause after the effect and cause before the effect. Also, we have different connectors. We have due to, we have consequently, we have because, so, and as a result of. So we are going to group these connectors into a rule. Let's see this rule. We often link cause and effect. The cause is what happens. Example, global temperature are rising. The effect is the result. Example, the Arctic sea ice is melting. Sometimes we write the cause first. The cause, then the effect. As the ice melts, it is harder for polar bears to survive. This is the cause. And we can use these connectors. Consequently, therefore, so, many polar bears are dying, and this is the effect. As you can notice here, we have a sentence. We have subject plus a verb. Then we have another structure. We have the connectors come first within the sentence. One consequence of, one result of, one effect of. Melting ice. And this is the cause, and it is a noun. Is Many polar bears are dying, and this is the effect. The last type, we have the effect comes first, then the cause. We have polar bears are dying. This is the effect due to or because of or as a result of melting ice. And melting ice is the cause, and it is a noun. Good. So let's have a practice concerning how to use the correct connector. Read the sentences, choose the correct connector to complete each sentence. You can stop the video, think about your answers, then check them afterwards. So let's start. The world will be hotter in the future. A consequence of, therefore, as a result of global warming. The correct option, as a result of global warming. Then, number 2, we have 3 options. One effect of, as a result of, or due to global warming is more extreme weather. The correct answer is one effect of global warming is more extreme weather. Number 3, sea levels will be higher because or due to or consequently the ice melting in the Arctic. The correct answer is due to. And finally, sea animals are dying because of, so, or an effect of plastic pollution in the oceans. The correct answer is because of. Let's continue. Nice. Here we have a more complicated activity. You should sort the words and write the sentences in the correct order. Write 2 more sentences using your own ideas. Circle the effect in each sentence. Concerning this task, write 2 more sentences using your own ideas. Is your homework? You can check it in your Google classwork. And let's do the 3 sentences together. You can stop the video, think a little bit, then check your work. Global temperatures, we have a full stop. This means that it comes at the end. Into one result of, we have a capital letter, which means that this is the beginning of our sentence. Is an increase being released in greenhouse gases, the atmosphere. So, this is the correct answer. One result of greenhouse gases being released into the atmosphere is an increase in global temperature. What is the effect in this sentence? Good. An increase in global temperature. Excellent. Number 2, we have more time because of online people are spending social media. We have some clues. We have full stop here. This expression at the end of our sentence. We have a capital letter here. This is at the beginning of our sentence. So we have people are spending more time online because of social media. The effect, people are spending more time online because of social media. And the last one, we have consequently, we have C capital letter, we have full stop here, full stop here. So we have 2 sentences. So pay attention at this example. Yeah. and this is the correct answer. There are more cars on the roads. Consequently, traffic jams are getting worse. The effect: traffic jams are getting worse. Good. Now let's move to this part about compound nouns. Look at the pictures below. Each pair of pictures is a clue for a compound noun. Guess the compound nouns with a partner. I am your partner. Number 1. This is the easiest, I think. Football. Good, football. Number 2. Ice caps. Ice caps. Fireman. Fossil fuel. Tea bag. And finally, number 6. Greenhouse gas. Excellent. As you can see here, we have two nouns which are joined together to form a compound noun. Here we have two nouns are separate by a space, and we have the third type, two nouns which are joined with a hyphen that comes between the two nouns. And here we have the three types. A compound noun is a noun that is made up of two or more words. Sometimes the two words are joined. Example: armature, classmate, sunglasses, textbook, thunderstorm. Or sometimes the two words have a hyphen. Example: dry cleaning, 1 year old, passerby. And sometimes they are separate words. Example: air conditioner, alarm clock, fossil fuel, ice cream. Of course, if you don't know the compound noun, you can check within a dictionary. Now we have a practice about compound nouns. We have the first noun is mentioned. The second noun is in this box. So use the words in the box to complete the compound nouns below. Number 1 is easy because it's the title of our unit number 2. We say climate change, greenhouse effect, or greenhouse gas. Then we have carbon footprint or carbon dioxide, global warming, fossil fuel, plastic waste, plastic pollution, and finally plastic straw. A straw is an object that we use when we drink some drinks, like the picture shows. Then we are going to use these compound nouns in the previous activity to fill in the gaps in this text, which is entitled Carbon Footprint. Every person, house, business, organization, and country has a carbon footprint. A carbon footprint is a way to measure how much carbon dioxide an activity releases into the atmosphere. Carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas that causes global warming. It is produced when we burn fossil fuel. Activities such as watching television, using air conditioning, or driving a car add to your carbon footprint. Measuring your carbon footprint is one way of understanding How you contribute to global warming. We can reduce our carbon footprint by turning off lights and air conditioning units when we are not in a room, buying local food and reducing our waste. Excellent. Thank you for your attention. Please stay healthy, helpful, and calm. Wear your masks, keep your distance, don't touch your face, wash your hands. Much love from your teacher. Goodbye.